This show is brought to you by Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep is where you can buy mattresses online customized for you for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. And the best part is Helix Sleep is offering our listeners $50 off of your order on top of the hundreds you're already going to save. So go to helixsleep.com/Joey and get $50 off of your order. That's helixsleep.com/Joey. helixsleep.com/Joey. Show is also brought to you by Club W. Right now, Club W is offering our listeners $20 off of your first order when you go to clubw.com/Joey. They have all of the best wine you're going to want at a huge savings. It's clubw.com/Joey to save $20 on your first order. And we know you hate paying for shipping, so on orders of 4 bottles or more, Club W is going to pay for your shipping.
Oh shit. Here we go, cocksuckers. It's the church of what's happening now, you bad motherfuckers. Bam, 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 bam. Monday, August 22nd. It's a beautiful motherfucking day to be alive, and you're in it, bitches. The church of what's happening now. What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here with my main little brother, Syatt.
Hello.
Aww.
And our beautiful guest, Becky Dominguez.
What's happening?
From
the Mat Therapy Podcast.
The Mat Therapy Podcast. I'm thinking something about a fucking mat. The Mat Therapy Podcast. Welcome to everybody. I hope you had a great weekend.
Lovely.
I hope everything is fucking beautiful. What's happening, Lee, with you?
Oh, I had a fun weekend. I watched the fights last night, of course. I just had I've just been really enjoying kettlebells. I'm actually kind of bummed it's relocating. So it's
Do they have any idea where they're going?
Not as of right now, but it's interesting because you've always been a huge champion for me for changing and switching up your workout. And I brought Paula on Friday to kettlebells for the first time, and she had done kettlebells with us, and she was better than I was. And this past week, she's still sore today from what I did Friday, and I've been doing it for like 6 months, 3 days a week. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to maybe trying swimming or something else that you've mentioned. So it's
There's a lot of shit for you to do. Just everybody talks about cross training over the years. When I was a kid, I thought you woke up and you lifted weights and you jumped rope.
Right.
Or you ran and everything was good, but then now they say they're doing it. Well, I always switched up my workouts anyway. I'm the type of person that gets bored. But they always said to do something different, that your body recuperates, give it a twist, like hitting the bag, or maybe, fucking walking up a hill, or maybe hiking. I don't know what the fuck that is, hiking 18 hills. I don't fucking know. But you always want to be doing something so you don't get bored with your same activity.
But my issue isn't boredom. I'm the king of boredom. I don't mind being bored. What scares me is change, and that's with everything. So with the work,
listen, change is for fucking everybody's scared of change.
Oh, yeah.
I got to move next week. I'm scared. I got that little alertness going up. Everybody's scared of change, but just force yourself to put a pair of sneakers on and go to that boxing gym over at Magnolia next to that fucking thing. Go to Groupon, get the coupon. Go to Groupon, get the fucking coupon, and you.
They have something for everything.
They got something. No, I know for a fact that they have a Groupon for that. It's the boxing gym, right? It's run by Kenny Norris, something Norris. He was a professional fighter, damn good one at that. He's right there, Terry Norris.
Oh wow, okay.
And he's right fucking there. And you go in there, and he's got classes for an hour, and he doesn't make you fight nobody.
Try it.
You hold pads and mitts for people. And it's something completely different. You work on your breathing. He makes you jump rope. He makes you do push-ups. He makes you do sit-ups. Shit like that. You go in there the first day, you do 1 push-up. The third day, you do 3 push-ups. It's the same shit no matter what the fuck you do.
Right now, but
you'll get there.
Listen, man. We're going to talk about it anyway, so let's get to it. But the theme of this is evolution. And I was talking to Becky about it, and I was talking to Eddie Bravo about it. I love the UFC. I love mixed martial arts. And if you look at my comedy career, excuse me, after I started watching mixed martial arts, about a year later, my comedy changed. Because from watching mixed martial arts, I saw guys that learned to depend on one thing.
One technique, their best technique.
One thing, and that's your best technique. If tomorrow Becky said to me, Joey, I want to become a comedian. Oh, I am a comedian. I want to take acting lessons. I go, Becky, how long have you been doing comedy? About 10 years. I feature around the country. I worked the road. I'd say, listen, go down to this acting class. You know, you're looking for the mid-range one, because if they were teaching acting, if they knew about acting, they'd be fucking acting. Okay, so you find yourself one that just goes through the motions for 90 days. You put in your mind that you're gonna go down there for 90 days. You've been a comic for 10 years. You grew up on Lucille Ball. You grew up on Carol Burnett. And I mean, there's not a sketch I can't talk about Lucille Ball that you don't know. That shows me something. That shows me something. That when you were a little girl, you watched those episodes. You had a dream, whatever. So when you go to this fucking acting class, the first scene you do is going to be a comedy scene. Then after that, I wouldn't let you touch comedy. I'd make you do dramatic scenes. I'd make you cry. I'd make you take your shirt off. I'd make you do things that would take you out of your comfort zone, and that's how you become what you become. When evolution is fucking huge, it's huge. You know, when I was snorting coke, I would snort coke for 3 months, and then I would put it in a microwave oven and smoke in a joint for 3 months, and then I would fucking put it and mix it with crack with turpentine and smoke it for 3 months, even with coke. And then for 3 months I would buy crack. You know, for 6 months I got hooked on crack one time in 91, you know, in 2001. Even with my addiction, I always mixed it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? For 6 months.
You got bored with your addiction?
Yeah,
too?
for 6 months you had Valium, so instead of just snorting coke, I'd eat Valiums and snort coke. You know what I'm saying?
What is that? That sounds like the opposite of what you want to do.
Right. It's like drinking a fucking Red Bull with vodka. Same fucking difference. You want to lower this mic a little bit before I give myself a headache? There you go. There you go, cocksucker. So we saw a fight last night. First off, I did not place a bet last night. And my reasoning was very simple. Too many people like Diaz. I like Diaz. Too many people like Diaz. You know what I'm saying? But no.
The line was pretty similar. It was like minus 110 for Conor and plus 105.
It wasn't a big difference.
No, it wasn't a big difference. It was just too many people like Diaz. And then when the fight started, I thought about calling because I thought about Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva. Yeah. He would beat him up for 4 rounds and he'd do something stupid. Then the last second. I saw a tremendous fight last night. First off, I saw a tremendous fight. I did not. When they raised Conor McGregor's hand, I was not surprised.
Really?
Before I said he got ripped off, I wanted to watch the fight again. But then I laid down to go to sleep, and I woke up early this morning, and that's the first thing that was on my mind. And usually that's what happens, because your mind keeps thinking sometimes, but you go to sleep. What you saw was evolution. You saw one guy who went back and listened to everything his coach said to him, to the T. He controlled his emotions. He knocked him down 2 times. He could have attacked on top of him and tried to fuck around. He controlled his emotions well. He threw the leg kick, you know, like Becky and I discussed earlier. I'm going to fight Becky. I'm going to see who beat her. I'm going to study that fucking tape. The most outstanding thing of that tape is Dos Anjos' leg kicks. Right. I mean, he wouldn't even show up that night, Nick Diaz. He wasn't even in the arena. I think even fucking Dana said one of the worst things ever that night about him, that he didn't even show up. He took him completely out of his game with leg kicks. So after that Dos Anjos fight, me being Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz, whatever the fuck his name is, me being an individual, I look at my leg, I look at the blood warts on my fucking leg and how I can't walk for 5 days.
Right.
And even though I got Richie Perez boxing, even though I got Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, I go down to fucking L.A. over here. I get a hotel room at this Hilton, whatever the fuck it is over here. And I go see where Alan Jubain works out, Sexton's, or fucking the other guy down the corner. There's 3 Muay Thai schools here that are fucking tremendous. And I learned how to check that kick so that won't happen again. Okay, that's what I would do as a fucking, you know what I'm saying? And I'm no genius. That's what I would do. That's not going to happen to me again.
Right.
As soon as I walk into any kickboxing gym, the teacher's gonna go, oh, come here, let's do this. I already know why you're here.
I know why you walked in.
I know why you walked in the fucking door.
But I mean,
and your boxing wouldn't be as effective if you didn't put all that weight on there. So let's find a healthy balance. So if there's a cat stance in karate, the first they teach you is a cat stance. When you, what's Renato? What's his name?
Renato.
Yeah, what's his real name? Whatever his fucking
Oh, Rasan.
Rasan's father, the first thing he teaches you is a cat stance.
Huh.
What's a cat stance? A back stance with the fucking toes off the floor. So even if they kick, sorry about the table, even if they kick, your knee goes completely up and down.
Right.
And I'm no fucking martial arts fucking guru here. I'm just saying to you what I saw last night. I saw Conor McGregor fight a fucking extraordinary fight. He got hit. You know, whatever the fuck you want to talk about his cardio. Again, I saw people online this morning. His cardio suspect, blah, blah, blah. He's fighting at 168. You know, he usually fights at 145, 150.
Right.
You know, take 2 10-pound dumbbells and walk up and down the fucking street. And then take those 10 fucking dumbbells and walk without them tomorrow. And see how many times you walk back and forth, okay? That's that extra 20 fucking pounds. He fought a tremendous fight.
Yeah.
He fought a fucking extraordinary fucking fight, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And Diaz came in there with the 1-2. But if you watch the fight again, that eye is broken again. Yeah, that eye is broken again. He's catching you on the way back from that too. He's catching you. That's all he was doing. He was sitting there. You know, his training, listen, his training, I give my hats off to his coaches. My hats off to his training. My hat's off to what he spent, because any professional knows to make money, you have to, you know, what's that expression?
spend money.
Spend money, but there's another one. You sharpen metal with metal.
Right.
You know, you sharpen metal or iron with iron, whatever the fucking expression is. And that's exactly what we saw last night. Scoring system, guys, I'm no judge. I'm a fat fucking comedian that smokes pot. I didn't even see half the punches. I was just sitting there fucking looking up in the sky. But I'll tell you what I did saw. I saw 2 clean knockdowns. And I saw blood fucking leaking from his head as a judge. So that's what I saw. So unless you want to count punches or whatever, I know you're going to hit me up on Twitter, Joey. I don't know. I don't know how to count punches. But that's what I saw, and that's what the judges saw.
Well,
percentage-wise, the stats seem to be pretty even.
Really? Percentage-wise?
Percentage-wise, but Diaz hit like 100 more strikes.
Really?
Yeah.
Or attempts. There was
Well, no.
a lot more attempts, and but
I can look it up. It was something like he had 100. He had more strikes and more significant strikes than McGregor. I think McGregor had 3 knockdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
Diaz had 1 towards the
at
later
the end,
round.
it wasn't just the last one, right? When he got him down, those last like 15 seconds.
Oh, that was a takedown. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he knocked him down with his hand at one point.
Did he?
Towards the 4th round. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
He had him up against the cage like in the 3rd or something. I thought it was over then. He was lighting him up really good. I thought it was gonna be done then.
You know, jiu-jitsu was not even brought upon in this fight.
Oh no. Well, you saw when when Nate was on the ground.
You understand me when I tell people don't text me? Now you understand when I tell people don't text me.
Why is that?
Because it's my world.
Right.
It's my motherfucking world, okay?
And you don't want
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor imposed his world.
Yeah.
His world. He took him down one time with 15 seconds left at the end. You know, unless he was going to twist his head off, it was going to be right fucking then and there. Yeah. McGregor got trained.
And Nate was trying to get him to the ground when he had him up against the fence plenty of time. And he defended it well.
He defended it tremendously.
So
I saw a well-prepared, that's what the word is, prepared. Yeah. I saw, like, when Holly Holm went to fight Ronda Rousey, I saw the same Carlos Condit against Diaz. Carlos Condit, always, they have game plan.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw Conor McGregor adhere to. And it's very rough when you are who you are. It's very rough for me to tell you to do something when you are who you are.
Yeah.
So my hats go off to him, you know. I don't know the future. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I really don't give a fuck. It's got nothing to do with me. I can't lie to nobody. It's got nothing to do with me. I just enjoyed it last night. I enjoyed the whole card, to be honest with you. But nobody, you know.
I thought it was a great card.
Someday Anthony Johnson's going to be talking to his grandchildren. He's going to go, I knocked fucking Glover took his tooth out of his motherfucking mouth, but nobody talked about it because Conor McGregor was on the card. It's like when Rocky's manager said he knocked out what's his name, but that's the same nut that Marciano knocked out somebody else. So who got the press? Marciano got the press. But that's what I saw last night. You really thought Diaz won?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What about you, Tarzan?
To be honest, when I was watching it, granted I had probably about 1,000 milligrams in, my first reaction was that he won. And I'm trying to find the stupid card. It doesn't matter.
Who gives a fuck?
But and I know this isn't really part of the scoring at all, but for me, when McGregor's running away, I feel like that should count for more than it does. Just as a fan.
Do you think that the blood on Nate's face should count on more?
No, well, here's the thing.
Because it doesn't.
Cause it doesn't. Well, it doesn't. But like Joey was saying, I think that's a little bit more. The judges might take that more into account.
Listen, when I cut your eye and your eye bleeds in between rounds and I wipe it, that's fucking one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I keep watching you in the fourth round, wiping your eye because the blood's coming out. There was one. If you watch the fight again, there's one scene where he goes to the corner and they wipe it and the blood shoots out of his eye there in front of you.
Oh, well,
split second and they take the camera off. I mean, it's a fucking split second that you see purple fucking blood coming out of his fucking head.
Well, he was obviously he got hit, but from what I heard in the end, and I don't know which fights, apparently he does have a lot of scar tissue, which once it opens up, it just goes no matter what happens. So that was the only thing. I'm always surprised after the fights when people give their actual round scores because I don't have any. I've never scored
we
a round.
have no knowledge of it. That's what I say. Yeah, I don't know. I can't sit here and go 47.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah,
48.
Right.
What the fuck do I know? I don't fucking know nothing about that shit.
And then also, I mean, even though I love Rogan and on Goldberg on UFC, whenever you watch anything with commentary, it can sway you either way.
Some sort of bias and.
So not even if they're biased, it's just that they sound smart and. Who knows? Maybe they see something wrong in the moment. So, but in my heart, I wanted Diaz to win too. So that's probably why I was thinking he won. But I'm never shocked, and it wasn't to me a huge like, oh my god, this is gonna be in the papers. This is such an upset. It felt. It
didn't seem like a robbery to you.
No, it felt like tie goes to the winner.
Yeah,
which happens a lot in the UFC, and McGregor's not. He's not the champion because it was a catch weight, but he's the guy that if he didn't win, I don't know what would like. That's a very interesting topic. UFC, granted it's never going to happen now, but UFC with Conor McGregor losing twice to Diaz would be a completely different UFC.
You think so?
I think so.
I think he'd just go back to his weight class and go back.
But then he wouldn't be able to sell. He had already lost credibility, I think, with the first Diaz loss. If he lost twice, I think that would have been.
I know there's people walking around today that are thinking that Diaz won that fight, and they're fucking already done with the. I know for a fact.
Oh yeah.
I saw people talking about it online.
People thought it was a robbery.
And I didn't think it was a robbery. I thought it was a sensational fight. Hard for me to call. When I did hear the second call, that was a tie. Yeah. I knew these people saw the same fight I did. That made me feel human. It could have gone either way.
That fight could have gone either way and didn't surprise me either way.
And it doesn't really matter because you motherfuckers on your way to work anyway. So it didn't affect you at all. You motherfuckers still thinking about who's going to win, Hillary or Trump. You know, it's still not. It doesn't change your fucking life. It's so weird. Like, let me ask you a question real quick. This is how fucked up this show is. Smell this. Does it smell like anything?
It smells something, but no.
No, doesn't smell like dick.
What is it?
Can you smell something, Lee?
Maybe a more sensitive nose.
No, I smell the bottle.
Okay. So the other day, this is liquid acid.
Oh, Jesus.
Me and Lee did the bottom of this. And Lee must have ate chicken or something like that when we were smoking pot. Lee, by mistake, says, this thing tastes weird. Okay? For 3 days, some kid on Twitter
didn't stop.
if it smells weird, if it tastes weird, it's not. I mean, he was sending us reports and bios and whatever. And I mean, this has to be like a Rogan guy. Like only Rogan's people fucking think that I give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like they get like, because I know that even after Lee said that statement, he goes, it tastes weird. It's because we ate 1,000 stars. He's got gum in his mouth, water, reefer. Who knows what it tastes like? Who gives a fuck? Just drink the fucking thing. This kid went so fucking crazy. I woke up this morning, 2 minutes. I just clicked, because a lot of times I put Twitter on, but I walk away.
Right.
I put YouTube on and I write jokes, but Twitter's there.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not on fucking Twitter. I'm not reading dick. There must be a light that tells people when you're on Twitter or
Is
something.
there?
No.
Because this guy, as soon as I bing, what you and Lee did was not acid, and he wrote a report underneath. I said, listen, go away. Go away. Go do something with your life. For 3 days, we're alive. Even if it was, who gives a fuck? For 3 fucking days, this is all this guy thought about was, what you did wasn't acid. Listen, guys, I snorted fucking coke off people's assholes. Do you really think I give a Frenchman's fuck? Guys, stop it. Stop it. Save that for your friends at Starbucks and all that shit. I did fucking drugs with filthy fucking animals. You're going to hit me 18 times. I mean, Becky, it was relentless. You went to Facebook? He was on Facebook.
He cares for you, Lee.
No, but it was just a shit. Like,
No.
you know, look at, there's these people that walk around today that want to be Johnny fucking Intelligence.
All right.
Especially when it comes to drugs, okay? And let me tell you something about drugs. For fucking 20, let's just pretend. I started, the first time I copped weed in the city, I was telling Lee the other day, I was with this Cuban kid, Lefty Cortina, and his brother were these 2 fucking dudes that their dad was a doctor. A big-time Cuban doctor. We were just, before we came on the podcast, we were watching a video by La Lupe, this Cuban singer from the 60s that was very hot during the revolution. And she offered this kid cookies. She offered Dick Cavett cookies from Union City, whatever the fuck it is. Mm-hmm. What are we talking about? We were talking about Dr. Cortina. So me and Lefty, when I was a kid, I used to tell Lefty, I got good weed. I didn't know. Me and my friends were like fucking 12. And he would say, where'd you get weed at? And we go over here in North Bergen somewhere. And he go, fuck that shit, get in the car, get money. And me and Lefty on, any day of the week, I was in the fucking 7th grade, guys, would shoot into the fucking city. And we wouldn't just go to Harlem. We would go to the Village. The first place he ever took me to cop, I was telling Lee the other day that I was in his car and he had the 8-track to Wish You Were Here in there. Have you ever heard Wish You Were Here? It's a fucked up album. Never mind hearing it the first time when you were a kid.
Right.
And you just smoked pot with somebody. We smoked pot on the way over there. We parked the car and we walked in. And as I was walking in, I noticed it was a fucking church, Becky. It was a Catholic church. And on Fridays, they would do bingo on the one side of the hall, and the priest on Saturdays would rent out the other side of the hall to these 2 weed salesmen. And on the picnic table, they would just lay out weed. And in those days, they had 3 types of weed, Becky. They had a green weed, Thai weed, but they had these little fucking square, 3-inch, maybe 4-inch by 1-inch weed that was compressed and dipped in hash oil. Guys, it's 1978, I'm telling you. You know, I mean, this shit's crazy. So, if this was my first experience with weed, for years I went to the Bronx to cop coke. After a while, people think it's hip. Right. Like the kids I was growing up with, I'll go to the Bronx to cop coke. Yeah, it's great coke, and you're saving $5, but you're also gonna get mugged someday, or I don't give a fuck. If it was 2% purity and I could buy it up the corner from my house, I'm not driving back with an 8-ball when I could walk down the fucking corner and not get stopped. So when it comes to drugs, man, that's one thing. I don't know about weights. I don't know about fucking the moon. I don't know about hunting. I don't know about a lot of shit. But I know what it is to cop at 4 in the fucking morning in Harlem or in the Bronx and you got $2,000 in your pocket. So if you haven't done that, do me a favor. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Do you know what it is to walk up a third store fucking building with Bonehead at 4 in the afternoon to get heroin when I was fucking 17 or 18? Have you done that? Then shut the fuck up. Have you gone to a black fucking neighborhood in Elizabeth, New Jersey, next to fucking Newark, on the edge of fucking Newark, the cop? No. Then shut the fuck up then. What the fuck do you know? You sending me paperwork, or they read that book by fucking the dude who did mushrooms, and I'm supposed to be impressed. I never read that fucking book about the dude with the fucking mushrooms. What's his name? What's his name? Timothy Lear? Well, I don't even fucking know. None of these idiots. I don't read none of that shit. You know why? Because I did my own fucking book. I lived my own fucking book. I did my own fucking drugs. I snorted fucking angel dust. When in the 8th grade, you're going to come to me with your story about, it doesn't smell like acid 80 fucking times on here. I'm sorry, Becky. I get emotional about that shit. What the fuck is wrong with people? And he kept on. And even Lee said to me, you know who this fucking kid is? He won't stop.
Do you know who it is? Are you familiar?
I understand. I mean,
are you being tagged in these?
Yeah, I'm being tagged. It's cool.
Oh.
I mean, it's
Sure,
no one has any reference for what we're doing on this. That's like, I think that's a part that people, and some people do, and they get really passionate. It's like almost like jiu-jitsu. They're really passionate.
No. There was only one person who caught that. Everybody listened to that podcast.
Oh yeah.
And he was relentless about it.
Oh yeah.
Relentless. Now we're still alive, and 3 days later, he's still
still
fucking going. We did the acid Monday, correct? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Monday.
It's almost a week
It's
ago.
fucking Sunday, and he's still sending me stupid fucking tweets about chemical. It's fucking acid. The guy who gave it to us came back to the show. Did he not, Lee?
He did, yeah.
He did. And what did he fucking whisper to the both of us?
Only take one?
Yeah, that's what he fucking said. So do me a favor. Mind your fucking business.
Go do some acid.
Yeah, go do some acid and join the real fucking world. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If Lee said that on a podcast, I would hear it. And I would maybe send it to him one time. Hey, man, let's read this. You said it didn't smell like acid. And then you would respond, no, I just ate a garlic cookie. And that's it. We move on with our fucking lives. But there's some people who take every fucking word so literally in life.
Oh, yeah. Everything so literally.
And they fucking run with it. Jesus Christ.
Even last night after the fights, oh my God. The post that I was seeing about how terrible the judging and how we got robbed. And, there was one guy that just he was very, very upset.
That was the reason why I joined jiu-jitsu. That was the other 10% of the reason I joined jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So I had the right to raise my hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you read a sports writer, you got to ask them.
Yeah,
When was the last time you got in the octagon? When was the last time you went to a Muay Thai class?
I agree.
To understand what these people go through. When was the last time you talked to Herb Dean on a plane or sent Herb Dean a fucking email and had him explain? I had him explain both the judging system on here. Did we not, Lee?
Yeah, him and
the other fucking guy, John McCarthy. I had him explain it on here because I wanted people to understand before they kept opening their fucking mouths about this shit and all the variables that go into it.
Right.
That's the reason why I had those two guys specifically, because I get sick of reading that shit. Like everybody's a fucking authority now. It just kills me. So who knows what they saw?
I mean, part of their frustration,
Now,
I'm sure, is they lost money.
Now
I
let
think
me
that
ask
was
you a
part
question.
of the...
I'm like I said, I'm stupid. Do they give you points for leg kicks?
Why wouldn't they?
Okay, then what the fuck? How many leg kicks did McGregor hit him with? 92? How many?
I would think they would. I don't know. You wanna
I don't
look
know. That's how fucking
I don't
dumb
see why
I
it
am,
wouldn't
okay?
be.
That's how dumb I am. So that's the school of thought I come from.
I would imagine that would have been counted with the striking. Or is that not? Hell if I know.
I mean, I just
try and fight with people on the ground.
Yeah,
what Connor was trying to avoid yesterday. That's what I like to do.
wish that I knew more about it so I could set an argument, but I don't. And you know what? And part of me doesn't really want to know about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to watch for. Like Lee was saying, the backing up. Mm-hmm. When he kept backing up.
He was running away.
You know what I looked at?
He would turn his back to him and run.
I looked at it as, well, there was in the third and fourth round, but in the first and second round, he was doing it to conserve energy.
Right. Yeah.
He would do it to have his guard down low and to conserve. That's how I saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it as running.
I definitely noticed in the first couple rounds that he was trying to to not wear himself out like he did quickly
Right.
the last time around.
That's what I saw.
Because I think that was part of his downfall last time, is that he gassed himself out quick.
So what's this little competition you're doing on fucking Saturday? I don't know nothing about this. What do you got to weigh in at?
130.
What are you weighing in now? 135?
Oh, God only knows. I went to a little party thing last night and went to a baby shower today, so I'm probably about 5 pounds away right now.
You have to call Mike Dolce and shit.
Seriously.
5 fucking pounds of sweating it out and shit. What's up, Lee? What were you gonna say, my bro?
Nothing, but it's your second tournament.
Second and third, I'm doing 2.
Oh,
2
yeah,
in a
she's
row.
doing 2 in 2 days.
I'm doing Saturday and on Sunday.
What's Saturday?
Saturday is Sub Fighter in Santa Ana.
And what's Sunday?
Gracie Worlds,
Where?
Anaheim.
How come all the tournaments are an hour away? They can't have a tournament down the block?
We're doing one in Pasadena, but you're gonna be out of town.
If you know anything about Uncle Joey,
You're always out of town.
Pasadena is out of town. You
That's
know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true. That's not that bad though. It's right there.
Pasadena is not that bad.
No.
The drive to Pasadena is harmless. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a nice town. You know, Pasadena. Duncan lives in Pasadena now. It's very nice up there. There's parts of Pasadena we don't see, Lee, because we just go to the fucking ice house.
Right. That's the
But
only street
there's
in Pasadena
Old
I've
Town?
seen.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it's called? Old Town?
Is there an old town there? I know.
There's something.
There's
Downtown,
a lot
Old
of stuff.
Town. Lee, you go down there, you freak out. You've been down there, right, Lee?
Yeah. It's
Didn't you go eat there?
I mean,
Yeah. I've been there a couple
Colorado
times.
it's almost like an outdoor mall. The whole street. Like there's all sorts of
I
stores,
saw
shopping,
what's
food.
the Italian restaurant that's really fucking bad is there. The last time I went,
Maggiano's.
no, that's one of them. But then there's the other one, La Lupe or some fucking thing.
No, there's a lot of good stuff out there.
But no, it's nice. It's that's what I really want. My whole dream has always been like from the movies, like a old town center with like a main street and like a few shops, a couple restaurants, maybe a store, like a corner store.
You want to be able to
Like
walk
I don't
to
necessarily,
everything?
yeah, but I don't like. I love living in Boston. I've never lived in Hollywood because it just at first it was too expensive and now it just seems too much. But I like Pasadena, Glendale, like those seem kind of nice to have. Sort of like Burbank has sort of like a downtown sort of scenario.
You want an area you can go walk around and be
Yeah.
all cute with
Go hang out.
Paula.
Absolutely.
The worst thing in your life is living somewhere, and you don't know this. You'll do it once in your lifetime. Is living somewhere where you don't belong. Did you ever do that? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I fucking did it. We've all done it
So-
for stupid fucking reasons.
Sherman Way and Sepulveda.
Yeah,
That's
you know.
not where I belong.
But no, not even that. Like, you living in Hollywood, you would shoot yourself
Really?
within 2 months because you're not in the business. You have no need to be there.
No, none at all.
So that
I
means you
just
got to
want my
wake
daughter.
up twice a week and move your fucking car. You got to pay for parking. You got to do all this shit. That's what I mean. Like Ari Shaffir. Take Ari Shaffir. Ari Shaffir is a great guy. But if you know anything about Ari Shaffir goes to bed at 5 in the morning. Ari Shaffir will take a train at 3:30 and go to Brooklyn and get a slice of pizza. That's what Ari Shaffir does. Would I do it? Not really. Not fucking really. I have a milkshake and go to bed. When Ari told me he was going to New York, I applauded him because he finally picked a place that worked for him. I get home at 1, pick up the phone and call New York when Ari's in town. And at 4, Ari sounds like it's 8 in the morning. He just walked in. I went to get fucking pizza. I went to a pinball place. You know, Ari, but that place suited him more than here, Lee. You know?
Absolutely.
Vegas suits all three of us today. We could get a job. We don't have to be involved in Vegas. And we like jiu-jitsu. It's big there now,
Yeah.
A lot of shit for you to do there. But there's places where you wouldn't have nothing to do, Lee. If you lived in Hollywood, yeah, it would be cool for 3 months. How many nights a week do you stay out past fucking 11?
When we do the podcast and when you and I go to comedy clubs.
Okay. So beside that, that's the only advantage you would
Yeah.
have, is that you would walk to the comedy club. Hello, or I would pick you up and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only real advantage you had. When I lived in Hollywood, I went to fucking 6 auditions a week. I went to Spots. My Spots are where? The store, the Laugh Factory. So it paid for me to fucking do it.
But even
they were
then,
close.
like the thing about living in the city, like with Ari or like in Boston, you don't need a car. To live with a car
First
in
of
the city.
all, I love
seems-
you with all my heart. Okay? And let's knock something fucking off.
Okay.
You always need a motherfucking car in today's world. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. Okay? I don't give a fuck what they tell you. You don't need a car in New York. But what if ISIS drops a fucking bomb and there's no trains? What the fuck are you going to do with public transportation? You want to have a car somewhere. Even if it's in a fucking garage in Jersey, you want to have a car somewhere. That's bullshit. You know, I
can
love that
understand that,
thought.
yeah.
I love that thought. I lived it.
Well,
it.
if you lived in Manhattan, you'd
I lived
probably,
it.
probably buy like a 2005
No, I lived
straight up and just
no,
put it
no,
in the
no.
garage.
I lived in New York from Jesus Christ, but I went back as a fucking employee in '93 for a year, and I borrowed cars. Like I rented cars because I just knew. I found a guy that after a few months would go, just give me $29.99, fill up the tank, and leave. Don't fucking dent the car. So it was easy for me to get a car and shoot up to a gig, to go do a gig, or to go down the shore or something like that. But you always need a fucking car, like somewhere. Yeah, if I lived in New York today, what am I going to do, sell my Subaru? I'd probably have it in my garage 3 days a week because I'm that fortunate to have a garage. Maybe if I could even afford a house in Jersey, but I would use a little public transportation. But you could just use public transportation for so long. Let me tell you something. When you're sitting on public transportation, your dream is to get off of public
Oh
transportation.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. There's some people. Paula was born and raised here.
Oh yeah, that's all
Now-
she knows.
She couldn't imagine.
Cuban
life
Jane
without a
over
car.
here was born and raised here. It don't mean nothing to Becky to get up on a Sunday and drive to Santa Ana to roll for an hour and then come back, wash her pussy, and shoot up to work. Doesn't mean nothing to Becky. I have friends that live in what's next to Pasadena. If you stay on that fucking 134 after you pass Pasadena on the 210, not Astoria, but where the track is. They have a name for that fucking town.
Like
Monrovia.
Monrovia.
Okay, Monrovia. I have a friend that lives in Monrovia. 4 kids.
Oy.
You know where their family lives? By the Ontario Improv.
Oh, that's just down.
Yeah, just down. That's just down a fucking hour with no fuck. No. They live in Temecula.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's well
sorry.
further.
Okay, yeah. They do that every Saturday and Sunday.
They go down there every Saturday and Sunday.
They're Filipinos. They can't be without Filipinos. So every Saturday and Sunday is somebody's birthday. You know, they got 85 fucking kids. It's somebody's birthday.
Right.
It's always somebody's birthday. It's somebody's always Catholicism. I talk to them all the time. But every Saturday and Sunday, they drive to Temecula like nothing.
Both days.
I have my friends in Pasadena. They go to Disneyland like I go to the fucking jiu-jitsu with their kids. I wouldn't get in that fucking road to Disneyland on a Sunday if you fucking paid me. I dread Disneyland. I'm looking to move out of the state before my daughter says Disneyland. Do you understand me? Do you understand what I'm trying to do here? Why I want to get the fuck out of here? But you California motherfuckers, you don't give a fuck. And you take it. And it's just a way of life for you.
I'm used to it. Yeah.
It's really weird. I'm not used to that at all. I couldn't imagine working 5 days a week, and then on Sunday I gotta go see my mother in fucking Ontario. She would die. She would die. She might as well die. There's no way. I would do it once or 2 times, and I couldn't do it. There is no way I could be in a car on a Sunday for 4 hours or 3 hours. There was no way.
I grew up with it. I grew up. My mom would always have to drive me to roller skating rinks that were an hour away. When I was a kid, I'd go to school. She'd pick me up, drive me an hour to Buena Park or to Orange County or to Pomona from Temecula.
How do you do it?
And I think people grow up 2 different ways. They either get used to it and they're okay with living that way, or they dread it and they're like, never again, because I grew up that way. I don't want to ever.
When I talk
I
to
don't want
people and they
everyone
tell me
doing
about
that
their
stuff.
commute, I can tell they're from California. I go, you're from California? I go, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
to
nothing to
drive an hour is you just have to.
No.
You just
That's 24 hours in a day. That's 2 you're taking from me being in the car. I can't even think that way.
I will not go anywhere on Ventura Boulevard.
Yeah, no.
Fuck it. I'm not. It's gonna take 20 extra minutes for parking and traffic. I avoid Ventura Boulevard. That's how lazy I am.
People, do you understand what we're talking about here? We're talking about there is a traffic in Los Angeles that, and at the end of the day, I gotta tell you, it's really not that bad. But there's certain days that you'll get caught, and you wish ISIS caught you and stuck fucking needles in your eyeballs, because you can't believe what's going on. And it's not the traffic, it's the people.
There's not that much traffic. There's not.
Where?
Here's anywhere. Here's my theory. They don't want to go home. Because that's where my anger comes from. Is my years going back and forth in rush hour traffic on the 405. Which it takes about an hour and a half to go 15 miles.
Yes. That sounds right.
Which, it's stop and go. And it just takes, and then you'll see, there's a map. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It takes forever to get to Sunset, and then it opens up because no one else is coming on and being an asshole and changing lanes, and then as the exits come on, people are assholes. When you're coming down, if you're unlucky enough to live above where is it, the 101 and the 405, trying to go under that, or from the 101 to the 405, you might as well kill yourself there, because these people, either they're high or they don't want to go anywhere. So there'll be 100-yard spaces between cars.
I've never seen. I go crazy. I will ride your fucking ass till you either move, get out of the fucking way, figure it out, man.
Well,
I don't understand it.
At least make my way around and fill the gap.
Number two. You grew up in California. You know what, Joey? I really like the fucking beach. What do you mean? Well, I like to get up at 6 and surf.
No.
Okay, I'm just saying, Becky. Then you move to Malibu and you centralize your life around Malibu. But I've seen people who live in Sherman Oaks and surf every day. And then to top things off, they work downtown.
Oof.
And I go, how the fuck do you do it? You're in your fucking car constantly. Now, what we don't understand is, that I'll break down to you, is the same is going on. Listen, when I go home now, there's a strip called Bergen Line. From 48 to 7th, it was Cuban. Everybody knew I was getting leaner. That's always been that way. I went back with my wife. We couldn't make it to 60th Street without turning on. New York City, the traffic is fucking unbelievable.
Yep.
On the Kennedy, going to Long Island. Oh, my fucking God. Try going down to... Listen, when I was a kid, it would take me and my little criminal fucking cohorts, it would take us an hour. We would get blasted at the bar on a Friday night till 3. Then get in the car and drive down the Jersey Shore. It was always an hour. And there was nights we didn't even stop for the fucking tolls. We were so fucked up. We just went through the fucking tolls. Fuck the quarter. But now it's 2 hours to get down the shore.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours to get down the Jersey Shore on a Friday. You leave at 5, you're fucking dead. You're fucking dead. I know one thing. Wherever I live, I have to be centralized to where I work. Why do you think I don't go to the Comedy Store that much? Because I don't like the store. I'd be down there 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
That fucking Laurel Canyon gets me dizzy.
Oh.
Does it really?
On the way down and on the way up.
Cold water's worse, but yeah. Both of them.
Cold water's worse, and if not, I gotta go all the way across, up to fucking the 101, and that's a nightmare at any fucking time. Yeah. So I'm stuck in a fucking dilemma. I don't know what happened to me with traffic one day. I said, I'm not doing this no more. When I first moved here, you guys' jaws are gonna drop. I used to drive from motherfucking Sunset to motherfucking Redondo Beach for a slice of pizza.
What?
Why?
Because the fucking pizza was to die for, and I'd make a day out of it, because it would take me 40 minutes tops. I would leave Hollywood at 11 o'clock and be in Redondo 10 to fucking 12 eating fucking a slice of pizza.
Oh.
I'd take a walk on the pier there by the whatever, a little vitamin D, and I get back in the car at 1:15. I'd be in Hollywood by fucking 2, ready for an audition.
If I told you I drove an hour for a
You
slice
would
of
smack
pizza,
me in the fucking mouth. I used to drive to, bro, the best fucking pizza around here was down on Abbot Kinney in Venice. When I first got here, it was on pizza, on bagel.
Oh, it's still there, yeah.
Good, yeah, but now they had artichoke, and it's people with fucking mustaches, and
Oh, yeah.
fuck you. When I used to go, there was 3 pizzas, and there was a Mexican chick, and they
Cheese
didn't know
pepperoni
yeah,
and-
cheese pepperoni and
meat.
sausage. But now they got an outdoor bar, don't they? Or some shit.
Well, the place I went to doesn't, but there's probably 1,000 places with
No,
it
it's
now.
on the corner. That's the same place. It's the same place. Then I just got agitated because
Now they put artichoke,
yeah, they put artichoke
I like
and
artichoke
fucking
on my pizza.
and fucking
garlic.
the other shit, chili, fucking that Thai chicken shit.
Oh no.
Drives me crazy when they put it on pizza too.
Speaking of driving around, our friend Jason Tebow posted a picture last week, and I wanted to talk to you about it.
Yeah, because I called Becky and I called Lee yesterday. It was a joke, but I never know with you two motherfuckers. So you're the 2 people I called with those tickets. I got a call Saturday night. Somebody says to me, "Hey man, they called me up the day I was shitting and puking out of my fucking mouth
When were you doing that?
about a month ago after the surgery, a week after the surgery. I got
yeah.
that flu. I got a call that night. Hey, are you busy tonight? We got backstage passes for you to go see the Grateful Dead at the amphitheater. I would have gone, Becky. We smoke a joint, eat some stars. You know, it was from 5 to 9. Then they had an intermission. It's a bunch of people smoking pot. They stink a little bit, but the music's good for an hour. You know, in a way, I felt weird because the main dudes ain't there. They're dead.
Right.
You know, they quit or whatever. They retired. You know, Jerry Garcia's not there. And I got my man John Cutler, that looks over me. But I would have given, you know, my first intention is always to give stuff to people. So he calls me Saturday night. He goes, listen, I got 2 tremendous tickets for you. For the Rams. Take your wife on a date. Take Lee. Take whoever you want. Preseason. Who'd they play? I don't even know who they played. Wouldn't have mattered. Lee, 25 years ago, we would have gone. We would have had a beer on the way there. We would have pulled over, got a little tuturuts for the nose, parked, gone to the game, called a little bet in, drank a beer, you know, at the game, did a couple more bumps, and then from there take it to a fucking bar and tell everybody we went to the Rams game. It's tremendous. Like, we're better than you. But I called Lee. Lee didn't want to call, and I called Becky. Because I never know with Becky. She's a woman of intrigue. Maybe you want to take a man on a date. You never know. You know, I got a ticket for the Rams. Oh, my God. I love the Rams. They're my childhood team.
Oh yeah. Totally.
A woman of intrigue.
You know, I never know. Lee wants to go to
Maybe my
minor
deal.
league football on this Friday night and get
Oh, yeah.
It was $9 to get in. It was. I almost got stabbed in the neck. But it wasn't bad at all. So I asked Lee if he wanted Rams tickets, and then I knew it was 202. I knew you couldn't give those fucking things away last night. You couldn't give those things away last night. Only like fucking, you know, Michael Jackson kids went to those fucking things. Like the kids he molested got like, the organization got a whole box of those tickets. I can't take the kids so we know we've been molested. But then this fucking Google told me this. Look at this.
I would have, if I would have taken those tickets and I would have gone and this would have happened, there's no fucking way I would have
Can
been.
you believe this?
I would not.
Lee just posted something.
I would have given them to someone on the street. I'd
Our
be like, I'm
friend
going
Jason,
back home.
our friend Jason Tebow, that's on the podcast this week and next week, wrote, "Wonder why the Rams had a hard time with attendance last? They were here. $80 to park.
80 fucking
Preseason, first
dollars.
preseason game.
First preseason game, $80 to park.
Ooh.
That is,
I don't carry $80 cash on me when I go to a game.
oh, you don't, no, you don't need cash anymore.
Oh, of course. Now
No.
they have credit
I
cards.
went to the last UFC that was there at the Forum, and I was able to pay my parking with a card.
How much did they want?
$25.
That's kind of reasonable. But the thing about LA,
It's reasonable to today's standards. Yes.
Yeah, for LA
$25. 80.
In fucking Newark, it was 50.
Oh,
When I went to the UFC, I had free tickets for John Jones when he won.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Jersey, and Rogan was announcing, and I took the tickets. And I'll never forget, we fucking parked. They were $50 fucking dollars. And then there was some behind there that were 35. And then my friend said, fuck it, I'll get other tickets. And he took off. He got high. Remember, that's when George got the banana bread hit him.
Oh yeah.
And he took off
George.
because the fucking banana bread hit him. So he said, fuck it, let me get the hell out of here. That was the night. Because he was pissed off too. He was like, 50 fucking bucks. There's got to be a cheaper place. Than
$25 pisses me off.
Well, you know, that's today's stand. That's why I won't go to those things.
God.
That's why I refuse to go to those
Okay.
things anymore. What do the fucking Dodgers want? The Dodgers, no, the
Dodgers
Dodgers
cheaper, like
included.
$10.
They're not that
Yeah,
bad.
they included in the price of the ticket because a lot of times I buy a
like 10
ticket and
bucks,
then
though.
like the price of the ticket.
The Angels are like 12 now. They used to be like 8.
Say what I'm on record as not really enjoying Dodger Stadium. I don't think the fan experience is that great. I think people show up late. Well, the one thing I'll say for the Dodgers, they have a free bus from Union Station. So what we do is we take the train from North Hollywood. The bus goes all the way up to the top, so you don't have to walk up to the top,
That's nice.
and it's free, and it takes you back too. It was great.
Now, when you go
Do you
home
have to wait along? Is there a long line?
No,
if you go to Boston, no,
like
how's the experience at the stadium now? When
at
you go?
Fenway, I love it. Fenway.
Now, Bill Burr says that it's whiter than fuck now.
Well, yeah. Well, of course. Before they've actually had some trouble. Like when I was in high school and college, more so college, they had like a sellout streak for years. Like I think it just ended like a year or two ago. Now
Every fight, every game.
yeah, the Red Sox, yeah.
Wow.
The Red Sox are in Boston.
Yes, I know. The sellout streak, that was quite impressive.
But now, so they have the pink hats. They have the people who I sat in the whitest space as ever. I've never talked about this. It used to be called the 406 Club. Now it's something else up above home plate.
When did you sit there?
When my dad worked at Legal Seafoods.
Okay, all right.
They had like corporate seats. It was like behind glass. They had free popcorn, waiters, and it was great. It was fun.
You like popcorn, don't you?
Who everyone likes popcorn.
Fuck popcorn.
Really?
I don't know fucking popcorn.
Not even at the movies?
Sometimes I get the popcorn when they have that fucking garlic. When they have that garlic salt that you can put in the popcorn.
Oh, where's that?
At the ArcLight.
I've never been to
You
Europe.
buy the
Oh, I've been to
fucking-
one. I've
you
been there
buy
once.
the popcorn.
They have like flavored butters now.
And they have a stand.
So fancy.
No flavored butters.
Oh.
They have powders.
Oh.
Powders. They got powders.
They got powder.
And they have like garlic and something else. They have onion and something else, Parmesan cheese, something else. And you
Garlic
put it, and
Parmesan
then you
cheese.
shake the popcorn, and you put it on top, and you go in. I bought it for the house for my wife, and the fucking thing got hard. And the humidity, something happened to the fucking powder.
I'm so hungry right now. That sounds so good.
But
But,
that's what.
But but it's different. But it's hard. I can't imagine $80. But parking is
I'd
crazy
lose
in
my mind.
Boston. But in Boston, you have the train. This is going to be the thing, and this isn't even their primary home. They're going to be there for like 2 or 3 years, and then it's going to move to Inglewood.
Oh, that's right. They were in the Coliseum.
The last time I felt anything at a football game was '93. I went to see the Jets against the Philadelphia Eagles, and that was the last time I felt like a human being at an event. Ever since then, while I'm sitting there, I'm going, I can't believe I did this for this ticket. I can't believe I paid this much
Wasn't worth
for
it.
this ticket. I don't enjoy the experience because the whole time I'm thinking about how I got fucked in the ass. So a part of me pisses me the fuck off. You know, for years I could just ask Joe for a ticket for a UFC.
Right.
And I would look at the ticket and see how much the ticket cost, and I would get sick to my stomach.
Uh-huh.
And I would tell Joe, "Don't you have cheaper tickets?" I'll sit on the side. I always like the top, the side on the top there. You know, not to sound like a fucking asshole, but I always felt weird. Like those tickets are $1,100 for New Year's and shit. Remember years ago when Chuck
That's
Liddell? Those tickets on the bottom are like $1,100 during the year.
Oh.
But on New Year's Eve, those
Yeah.
tickets are $3,000.
Okay.
When Chuck Liddell fought somebody, I remember I went December 30th or something one
Yeah.
year, or January 2nd. Those are the fights that it becomes a complete different clientele. That's why those
Yeah.
New Year fights, they always have to have a white headliner. There cannot be a Brazilian or something on those headliners. It's got to be Captain America. It's got to be somebody who's Conor McGregor, or GSP.
I was just thinking
Gabe.
Aldo McGregor. What was it, 192 or something? That was
Was it New Year's Day?
no, that was just like middle of December. but it was one of those big cards like that.
Yeah, but no, the card
But
right in between Christmas and New Year's, it's a different clientele.
Well, this one was a different clientele. That ticket that I had, I almost fell to the floor when I saw the ticket price.
Which ticket?
For Aldo McGregor. It was like December 13th.
Oh, yeah.
That was the
same
big
ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was
prices.
also Weidman, Rockhold, all that stuff. There was 2 championships.
How much were the tickets?
They were like, it was like 5 rows up from the floor. It said $2,000 on each ticket. It wasn't on the floor. It was 5 rows up.
$2,000. At $8 a beer. Now, whenever people tell me that shit, I always think of an American family. That's when I get pissed off. I think of an American family. I think of a guy who's a mechanic at Ford, and his wife is a school nurse.
Right.
And they want to go to the kids want to go to a UFC.
Yeah.
They got to go to fucking Vegas or the fucking pay for these tickets. That's what I've never really understood. But I think tickets are more expensive in Vegas than around the country. I think they adjust them around the country to the something.
I remember noticing that with concert tickets before.
Yes,
Here they would be, one thing, and over there another $50.
It would piss me off because I played, I went to see Julius serving against the fucking Sixers, against the Knicks, Christmas Day. To me, that's the biggest ticket. Like, I never thought I could score that ticket. And I'd score that ticket for $17. Scalp it for $20. That ticket would be...
What would it be now?
Well, when the Lakers play Christmas Day now, I looked at the cheapest ticket for the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
It was $297, and it was under the fucking fan, all the way up on top on Christmas Day. $197. I'm sorry. Okay, again, so I'm a mechanic. I gotta save up all year to give my kids 2 tickets to see the Lakers on Christmas fucking Day. That's rough, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. And I know that you have to make a profit. I'm not against you making a profit.
Sure.
I know Kobe, whatever his fucking name is, Harris, Kobe, whatever. Brian is $30 million a year, but that's your responsibility. What about the American family? I mean, this country was raised on baseball. This baseball is supposed to be American. There's few fucking stadiums that offer you. I think the Denver has dollar tickets. Again, but your son's got to sit with fucking ex-felons.
Right.
Your son takes a glove. They steal it from him. This is what I'm also thinking about, the safety at the stadiums. I went to 1,000 of those fucking Met games for $15. Thousands. Thousands. So, hey, whatever. Who the fuck knows? I don't know what they do with this money.
I don't know. I used to go to a lot of concerts when I was late teens, early 20s, and I remember some shows that I'd buy tickets to, maybe $100 to sit in the most expensive seats. Maybe $100. Now, $350 easily for the same show.
And you grew up in California.
I grew up.
So who'd you go? Where would you go see concerts at? The Forum.
No, I went to a few at the Forum, I guess, but it was more in more recent years. But Universal Amphitheater, when that existed. The Pond in Anaheim, which I don't know what it's called now anymore.
The Pond in Anaheim.
The Pond in Anaheim. And I did some at the Staples Center. That was already around for me. But I went to a lot of club shows too. But the bigger ticket shows, it was $100 maybe to sit way up there. I remember scalping a ticket off of someone outside of an Aerosmith concert, and this was probably 2004, 5, for $100, and I was sitting on the floor.
So what did you complain about?
I wasn't complaining, but now that same ticket.
When you paid $100 for it, what was the face value of the ticket?
It was pretty close. Back then, it was still around there.
$79, $80, something like
about
that.
$100, maybe $120.
Have you guys seen what's been going on at the Olympics with pickpocketing? I've been interested to get your take on that, Joey.
It's Brazil.
What did I say?
No, I'm just saying it's Brazil.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
Aren't they kind of known for like
it's
you
Brazil,
gotta watch?
but they're just running around the streets, just like snatching phones,
like phones and stuff.
Was that anything that you ever experienced in New York, or were?
He was the one doing it.
Because it's just crazy. I'm not saying that you were a pickpocket, but
I don't know nothing about the Olympics. Okay? I don't know anything about the fucking Olympics. I don't know what's going on with the Olympics. And I gotta tell you something. I got mouths to feed, so I don't really give a Frenchman's fuck about the Olympics. But I will tell you something. Whoever decided on Brazil for the Olympics doesn't even read the paper. Like, I'm not an international traveler. And I don't want to be an international traveler. It scares me. It just takes me out of my comfort zone. Well, that too, but it just takes me out of my comfort zone. I don't know the laws. I don't know what you could do. I don't know what you can't do.
Right.
You have one of the biggest events in the world. Going to one of the worst places on earth. With a virus going on. With a virus going on that gives pregnant women, their kids come out with a funnel on their fucking head, and men now it causes dementia. It started in Brazil, did it not?
Oh, did it?
yeah.
The Zika virus started in fucking Brazil. So now it's seen in Miami. You do know that.
Yeah.
Cubans are going to swim to fucking Texas now.
That
Who the fuck wants to go to Miami?
I just bought a ticket to Miami.
Yeah, and you better call them back because that ticket dropped. That ticket dropped to $2 to sit, and they rub your feet, and they fucking massage you. Because who the fuck's going to go to Miami now?
But it's just pregnant women. I'm not pregnant. I'm fine.
That really doesn't matter. You're going down there to get a stabbing, and you don't know what's going to happen. Maybe he gets bit by the Zika virus. Next thing you know, you're going to wrestling practice with a kid they're kicking around because his head matches the corners there. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know, Becky, but, you know, I've heard 1,000 stories about Brazil over the years. You know, I've heard 1,000 stories that you have to behave yourself. Yeah. But then again, guys, it's like any other metropolitan city you're going to go to as a tourist. If you have tourist written all fucking over you, you're going to get robbed. You have a target. You're going to get robbed. There's people who wait all year for that type of shit, Lee. And you're going to be walking around playing Pokemon with your $400 phone. These people live in those things called Bavaras. What are they?
Favelas.
Yeah. Favelas. They live in a fucking hut. And you're going to be walking around. I know that something's going on. That
with a phone that costs more than their house.
Right. Somebody got robbed in the Olympics. Then they say he didn't get robbed. And
is that what I keep hearing?
There's 1,000 things going on down there that the people were fucking and sucking. Well, what do you do when you go to Brazil? You don't go to pray. You go to fucking suck. You ever meet anybody Brazilian? They will fucking suck you.
You have a bunch of athletes that are in their prime.
They're savages down there in Brazil. What do you think you go to Brazil for? Nobody goes to Brazil to fucking... They either go to fight, play soccer, or fucking suck. That's it. Look at those Brazilians. They look like they fucking suck constantly. What's their menu? They eat. You got to put a fucking thing on your plate, or they keep giving you meat. When you eat that much meat, it's because you're fucking, Jack. Vegans don't fuck that. Don't eat that. Don't fuck that much. All right, Brazil. What do you think happens? What the fuck do you think happens with 20-year-old kids when you put them all together?
Right.
And they all look like beautiful.
Yeah.
Like all these Olympians were like, yeah, they had a couple ugly ones that they put wigs on and makeup and fix the eyebrows and shit. But besides that, you know, I mean, it's a fucking poor place.
Nothing else to do.
What do you think's gonna happen? Did you hear about the pickpocketing shit? Half those motherfuckers are lucky they're coming back.
I mean, I understand that, and I understand the theory behind it, but to also, like, it's, whenever I hear about pickpocketing, I imagine, like, someone just, like, sneakily running through, maybe going into one purse. They're just running up and, like, snatching it from their hand.
Are you talking about that video with the kid, like, jumps in the bus and pulls the phone out of someone's hand?
Yeah, that's
it. Way
professionals.
Way before I knew anything about anything. You put shit together. When it fucking hails in Colorado, people pick up their bags in New Jersey and go to Colorado and roofing people. Because it's all people go to where the action is, Lee. People go to where the action is. You know? We were talking, who was here? Who was the guest when we were talking about New York in the 70s? When you walked down 42nd Street, what it became. You went from the regular movies on the one side, then the other side were regular movies, and then as you walked, it got the X-rated, and that area also had people that were selling drugs. Those people were also pickpockets. Those people were also people that, when you went to buy drugs, all of a sudden they showed up as cops, and they took all your money so you didn't go to jail. You know, the other day I'm at the store, And some kid runs in. He goes, "You're not gonna believe it. There's a guy out there offering people $400 to play 3-card Monte with him."
What?
$400.
He'll give you $400, and then you have to put in 400 of your own and play 3-card Monte on it. That's the quickest scam in the fucking world. I could tell you not to do it, but you're gonna do it, and you're gonna do it until you lose money, and then you'll call me back and go, "Can you fucking believe that guy, Joy?" I'm gonna go, "What did I fucking tell you?" Not to fucking do it. I don't do it because I got taken for $20 when I was fucking in the 8th grade.
You learned your lesson.
And they, you know, when you're in the 8th grade and you have $40 and somebody takes 20 of it, you learn quick. And then the kid next to me, God rest his soul, came up to me and said, "Are you a fucking asshole? Don't you know that's a fucking scam?" And while he's talking to me, he saw the card through his right eye. Even the guy even folds it. You know what 3-card Monte is? You know what 3-card Monte is?
Absolutely.
It's 3 cards.
Yeah.
It's 2 red ones and a black one.
All right.
And he folds the black one and he goes, "Ready? Yeah. Find the black one." And he starts doing this, moving the cards around. And next thing you know, even the card with the fucking fold that you folded, he'll tell you to fold it. You'll put $20 down and it's a fucking red card. So what they do in New York in the 80s and late 70s and 80s, mid-80s, was you have a guy and a lookout. And basically your office is a milk cart with a fucking piece of cardboard. That's your office. And people walk by, and if 10 people walk by, they know it, percentage. And all of a sudden 1 comes over, 2 comes over, 3 comes. And once they start playing, then everybody wants to play.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, when you get $1,000, $2,000, he says, "Police." You throw the thing up and you run. And there you are going, "What the fuck? What the fuck? You took me for $800. And I used to see it constantly in New York. And giggle and walk away shaking my hand, go, "Thank God I learned it when I was fucking 12, not when I was 38 like you did, you fucking mongoloid." With your kids in front of you losing money on the street with your 3 little mongoloids there standing there going, "Daddy, Daddy, what happened?" I saw a guy get taken for his traveler's checks. And I saw the same scam in New York City, but you know where I saw it expertly? In San Francisco. On Market Street. I saw it that they had it down to a scam. They had it
What was
down
the difference? What were they doing?
They even had the cops in on it.
Wow.
What? Wait.
They had some Chinese cops in on it, dog. These guys were fucking brutal down there.
So does anyone ever win? Ever a hand?
Not a fucking dime.
Not even one to like,
Maybe.
let's
but
give.
you're in with me. So I give Lee 200. I go, "Lee, come over and play."
And I'm gonna
And I
let you
let Lee win. And when Lee's up 400, I get 3 other suckers that go. Lee'll start yelling, I won," because Lee's in for 10 points.
Right.
Sometimes I got a 3-man operation, a 4-man operation. And those operations, remember, you pop 2,000-3,000 every 15 minutes. So you do that twice in an hour. You do that twice in an hour at 8 different locations.
Oh, you're good for a while.
It's a tremendous fucking scam. But the other night, 2016, at the Comedy Store, a guy was doing it up front.
Were people $400? Seriously?
People were playing it because the kid came in. He goes, "I don't know, Uncle Joey. What do you think?" I go, "Listen, go upstairs, smoke a joint, forget about it. Go do a spot. Go mind your business. You don't even need that shit." Where's Tony Bennett, Lee?
Oh.
Oh shit.
Oh dear.
How you feeling, Lee?
I feel great. When?
Oh. Why don't you sing it though?
Can't disrespect Tony Bennett.
Okay. You're so into it. You wanna dance?
Sure.
You lead. Or do you want me to lead?
Keep it up, Lee. I'm gonna have you up there dancing like La Lupe on that fucking chair, taking off your little Jew shoes and fucking jumping up and down. God punish me for saying Jew shoes. I bit my own lip.
Oh,
What do you give a fuck about those people? Fucking murdered your son. You gonna stick up for them,
Like,
your fuck?
good looking out.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
So romantical.
It's a beautiful song.
It is.
So now you're what generation Cuban here?
First.
No shit.
Yeah, both my parents were born out there.
So they were born out there, and then they went where? From where to where?
My dad went to Mexico for a little bit, and my mom went to Spain for like 6 months before she came out here.
No shit.
Yeah.
What'd she say about Spain?
She was like 4 or 5. She isn't.
What the fuck kind of people are these? What the fuck kind of people are these? And shit, they went to Spain when they're 4 years old. Who hangs like that?
I don't know.
Jesus
I thought
Christ.
that's how. I thought that
probably-
was what was normal. Is people go to other countries then to make
So she went there with her parents for 6 months,
Yeah.
and then came here. Then
Yeah.
your dad went to Mexico with his parents.
No, he was one of the kind of Peter Pan type things, because he went with his cousins and an aunt,
How old is he?
like 14.
He left his family in Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
How fucking rough is that?
They didn't come until like 10 years later, a little more maybe. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was like in 1970. So that was during all those Peter Pan kids, right?
Peter Pan kids, yeah.
Yeah.
They were doing that for a long time. That's how Ricky Ricardo
Mm-hmm.
got up here. That's how Rudy Sarzo came up in that program where they moved the whole family. Well, so everybody knows I'm moving. So Saturday I'm fucking picking up shit and I'm throwing shit out in my drawer and I'm finding shit. And I find my sister's phone number in Cuba. So I take the car, I go to the liquor store, and the biggest calling card they got is $5.
Wow.
So I buy 2 $5 calling cards. I asked the guy, "These any good?" He goes, "Yeah." He
How
got
long
like
does that
fucking
conversation
20
last
minutes. I didn't know until I fucking got home. They were like 8 minutes. But we did get to talk a little bit after about a year, and I ratted my uncle out to her. You know, I said, "You have a couple minutes?" I go, "Let me tell you what happened. In 1984, I came out here. My mom was dead. I came out here, asked him for help. He spit in my face, and she goes, "I know." He said, "You tried to rob him." I go, "I tried to rob him when he wouldn't fucking pay me what he owed me." And I go, "My mom sent him money." And she goes, "I know, your mom sent everybody money." We were talking. And my sister always felt that my mom left her in the States. But after we discussed it last time, this time she goes, "You know, there's something I got to tell you. When our mom came to me, she goes, she was about to have you. So she didn't want to have you here. She wanted to have you in the States." So she went to New York, but New York was too fucking cold or something. So she went back to Cuba, and then she stayed a little longer, blah, blah, blah. But then she would leave me and you with not her grandma. I always thought we stayed with our grandma. She goes, "No, we stayed with a lady called Tita. That was her friend. And your mom would leave us. Our mom would leave on Monday mornings and come back on Friday.
Where'd she go?
She'd go to the city, and she had a bookmaking operation.
Oh,
they
right.
had the restaurant, and then she would come back. She goes, she did that for a while, and then every other week she would stay for 2 weeks. And she kept doing that. And then one day she came and she goes, she's done. That she was putting you in school in New York. But she goes, "I went to New York a few times with you guys. Do you remember?" And I go, "Fuck no. Fuck no. I don't remember nothing." She goes, "Oh yeah, I got the pictures. She took us down to some fucking toy store. She goes, you were wrapped up. You weren't even walking. So it's fucking crazy. She's got all this shit." So then she goes, "The truth of the matter is, when she came to me, she wanted to leave because she wanted to put you in school. I wanted you to stay here." She was 7. She goes, "I wanted you to go to school here. I wanted to be your big fucking sister."
I want to be in your life.
She didn't want to do that. She wanted me in the United States to learn English. So she took me. My sister said, "I'll stay here." So my mom didn't leave her with the family. They left her with Tita. So when they went back and she had me, then my dad died, her dad died. They shipped him back. She goes, "No, I wasn't allowed to go to the funeral." So yeah, we talked about some, but the main thing she talked about was that She goes, your family's a piece of shit. Right on. I mean, right on. I go, you didn't know that? I go, you didn't fucking know that? And she goes, let me tell you something. When your family found out, our grandmother found out how much money my mother was sending Tita, she went over and took my sister and said she wanted that money. So she goes, I was raised accordingly to how much money your mother sent. Our mother sent. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of just, it fucked me up. It fucked my day up because, like I told my wife, I don't know if I even told Lee this till now, you know, I've never cried wolf about my mom dying. Like when I was like 20, I put it together. I didn't want to be one of those people. That was my badge of honor, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that my little sister cried wolf or my older sister cried wolf. What I am saying is my life ain't dick compared to hers. Like my life wasn't dick compared to hers. Me waking up next to a piece of shit and me getting hooked on drugs and my mom dying. At least I had my mom for fucking 16 years where she didn't. Right. And then she lives with this mystery because they couldn't tell my grandmother that my mom was dead. You know that for a while. So for 10 years, this little fucking girl thought that her mother wasn't calling her. What she didn't know is that the fucking lady was dead. So for 10 years, this poor little fucking young girl walked around in a mystery until the mother died, until our grandmother died. Then they had the nerve to tell the fucking family that this woman died.
Why didn't they tell your
Who the
grandmother?
fuck knows? I wasn't involved on that. I was trying to fucking walk around and be a man. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Did you ever think about going back to Cuba when you were young?
Fuck no.
Yeah, I knew that one was coming.
Fuck no. Like when I was young, I talked to them on the phone. I talked to my sister when my mom would call. But it was the farthest thing from my mind. The only thing I thought about was maybe going to Miami. That was my fucking Cuba. That was my fucking Cuba. And after my mother died, I had no numbers. I had no fucking numbers. You know, I didn't know what to do or who to fucking call. The only one I kept in touch with was my uncle out here. That sack of shit. But my fucking sister went off on the family. Off. And they did. They treated her like a fucking second-hand fucking citizen. So she was raised like this second-hand citizen. I offered her the other day to sponsor her and get her up here.
Yeah.
She told me to go fuck myself.
Really? She's not interested in leaving?
She's 60 years old.
Yeah.
So she's 60. Where the fuck is she gonna go now?
Yeah. I mean, my grandparents came when they were older, but at the same time, their kids were already here and stuff. So why not? Like they were moving the whole family. It wasn't just.
Listen, man, the fucking disdain. I would never even tell my daughters this. Well, my one daughter has to know by now, one way or another. But the little one, I would never. I don't want her to learn the word hate. I don't want her to learn the word stupid as a young age. Stupid and hate are fucking. I'd rather she say fuck than say hate and to think about that emotion.
Yeah.
And my mom never taught me to hate. But let me tell you something. There's two people I fucking can't stand. And that's my uncle.
Your uncle?
And my fucking ex-wife. I mean, you know, Jim Jones had an out plan. I had an out plan. If this didn't work, on the way out, I was going to stab my uncle and then fly to Colorado and kill my ex-wife, and that was going to be the end of Joey Diaz. You never heard of Joey Diaz again. He'd go into a fucking jail cell and sit there and rot. I was prepared to do that because of the hatred I have for those two.
Mm-hmm.
And when my fucking sister told me that when he went to Cuba in '89, he told him that like a dinner. He goes, oh no, he's fucked up. He tried to rob me and shit. That's like the biggest smack in the face to me. Like that was fucking. My sister said that her spine almost broke. My sister goes, I hadn't seen you and I didn't know you, but I knew that wasn't you because I knew my mother. I knew our mother, and I knew how she was and how crazy she was. I mean, she hung out with La Lupe. So it's just that really brought the hate back to 1987. Like I said, when I was doing time, I would call him once a week and threaten him in Spanish. Did you know that? When I was doing fucking time in 1988, I would sit there once a week.
Your one phone call? You would...
No, I'd have whatever phone calls I wanted. As long as you had
okay,
callers, you could make fucking phone calls.
Oh, okay.
But I would call him in his house in Spanish, tell him, "Te voy a matar, güey." And he would think I was Mexican. And he'd start telling me all the shit he didn't do. You can't do nothing to me. That wasn't your wife. She's not with you no more. She's with me. Like, he would just rat on the phone about a situation I had nothing to do with.
Wow.
Like, he thought I was somebody's Mexican husband or something.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. In fact.
Do you know where he's at?
Yeah, he's in Glendale.
Oh.
In fact.
He's close.
This whole conversation started because my cousin called the house in December, his daughter, who the whole war, the second war with us, like, I love my uncle. You know what I'm saying? You have a relative, you love him. He's a piece of who you are. That's who you are. That's
right.
But the thing he did in '84, I forgave, but I didn't forget. And whenever I would meet him to eat with him, I mean, he's my blood. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. It was still there. Like, there was always that pause where somebody was going to ask what happened. And one day I did ask at Langer's. And he got really nervous, and he was like, "You showed up. I could see death was in your eyes." And I'm like, "You fucking moron." You know, which I was fucked up when I showed up. I was crazy then. I was out of my fucking bird, but I was more broken. I was a broken fucking kid. You know, I was 21 years old. The Olympics were in LA. That's why I came here, to get a job with the phone company. In 1984. What are you gonna do? Things are weird, Becky. People are strange. You were like 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were 3 in 1984. I was over here slinging dick already, smacking motherfuckers in '84, carrying a gun. I came out here carrying a gun and shit.
Now good luck doing that.
Where the fuck was I going? So, you know, I fucking hate him now. I just, we tried to put it together for like 3 or 4 years, and we did, and then we scheduled a Thanksgiving dinner, and she called me and said he doesn't want to eat at the house. So I said, okay, fine. So I made other Thanksgiving plans. Then he called 2 days later. He goes, "You're still coming over?" I go, "No, Marta said." He goes, "That's not what I said." So do you understand? It was one of those type of things. And then Christmas, we went to my other cousin's house, her brother. And there, she was sitting in the living room. Like, I got a cousin that's always causing more. That one, the sister. And I went in the living room. I go, "Well, how come you're not sitting with the adults? Get in there." Always a fucking problem. Like, there's always something with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, she don't like the guy's wife, or, you know, me and my wife went to yoga with this lady for a year. Sweetest lady in the year. Well, you know what we found out? It's my cousin's wife's sister. Like, after a year of us doing yoga and calling her Ma, because she had 2 kids and talking to her and whatever. So we told my cousin. My cousin hated her. I fucking hate her. She's a two-faced fuck. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking? So I just told her that day. I go, instead of sitting here hating, it's Christmas. Go in the other room and mingle. It's fucking Christmas. You're still sitting there hating, eating with fucking 3-year-olds, with my daughter and the thing. Go in and eat. And she got pissed, so she never talked to me again.
Really?
So a year later, she called the house last December, and she goes, "Listen, my brother went to Cuba, and they gave him an envelope for you." So I asked my sister what was in the envelope, and she goes, "I sent you a picture, your mother and your father's wedding picture." So I got up yesterday morning and go, "Listen, Terry, get my fucking cousin on the phone and give her the address here and tell her to mail the fucking picture." So she finally, she called in December and said, "I'm bringing you the picture next week when I go see my mother." Her mother's in a boarding home right by that fucking old people restaurant. Up the block from Alberto Crane Jiu-Jitsu. There's a mall. They have those old fucking restaurants. There's a McDonald's. There's a Burger King. There's a Toys R Us on Victory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, isn't that Langer's? Or,
no.
No, Dupar's.
Dupar's, where people go to eat and die. I'm surprised Lee don't eat there. I can't wait for Lee to come back and go, "I went to Dupar's and had turkey dinner." It was is it Dupar's? No.
I walked out of a Dupar's this week.
Dupar's is the one on Ventura, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's something else. That's older people.
But it's like a diner like that.
Yes, it's a diner.
It's Dupar's.
There's another.
There's a few locations of Dupar's.
In the terrible parking lot over by Ventura and Laurel Canyon.
Where
right?
the Back to the Future Burger King is.
Where
Right?
I'm talking about Victory, where there's a car dealership and there's a Cuban, where we took Mercy to eat for the baptism. If you go the long way there, there's a little restaurant there. We went there with her one time to eat with her mom. The fucking food, even the waiters were fucking like missing an eye. It's like worse than White Castle. It's fucking something from another planet in there.
I've never been in there.
It's something from another planet.
It does seem like that kind of diner.
Yeah,
like
so we went in there one time. Nothing is eatable. The turkey is old. The gravy looks like fucking, like this
congealed,
mixture. The stuffing was scooped up. The carrots are falling off. When the carrots don't want nothing to do with the stuffing, you got yourself a fucking dilemma. I mean, everything was bad, but, you know, I sat there with the baby and we played and we talked. So the housing is right around the corner, is my point. You know, on the way here, on the way to see, and I know she goes to see her mother. She said she was going to drop the letter off. That was fucking December. It's August, and they never even called again. So I hope now that she sends the fucking envelope to the new house, and that's the end of that relationship with these people.
It's tough when you have a family member who you don't like. Because you're, like, I've been drilled into my head forever that in the end, these are the only people you're going to have.
Right.
And like, well, maybe what if I don't like them?
I mean,
so
it's not the entire family usually.
Listen, brother,
there's just a select few.
I heard something when I was a young man that sucked. Listen, I know how it is with family. I've had family, I've had street family, and I've had no family. And you'd be fucking surprised who comes through the most. But I heard something once that friendship is the only thing that you could choose in your life, because you really can't choose your family.
Right.
Really can't choose your family. You're stuck with your mother and your fucking father, you know. I mean, nobody hates their fucking parents, you know. But I used to have this friend in Boulder, this Cuban kid, Danny Feebles. I still talk to him. Good friend of mine, neon guy. And one day he came over to me and we were talking. And he goes, you know, fucking Ryan, my partner, Ryan says that him and you speak more than him and his brother. And that it really bothers him. You know, that he never thought about it till he worked with me. And this kid talks to his Cuban brothers every day. He's got one Cuban brother that's so skinny they call him Fatiga. Because he's so skinny. They just call him. Fatiga means fatigue. Like he just looks fatigued. A real funny Cuban family, really funny Cuban family. The father's dead now, God rest his soul. The mother died years ago. But, what the fuck are we talking about? I don't even know. I'm so high. Those mushrooms got me fucking giggling here. It's so
that
weird
family isn't necessarily your blood.
Like
I think your friends can be closer.
I came up with no family. So for me, I understand the love of a family. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it from a different perspective. Would I be do you think I live in California if my mother lived in Jersey at this age? Are you fucking kidding me? I live around the fucking corner.
Right.
I'd drive her to bingo, I'd go over there and eat, I'd yell at her, she'd yell at me. You know the fucking deal. I don't give a fuck about Terry and what she thinks. Terry'd have to live with it. That's the way life is. This is my mom, dog. That's the way life is.
Yeah.
That's just the way life fucking is, you know? So when people tell me, like, I worry about Lee. His mom is away. You know, his mom lives in Boston, you know. I understand it. I fucking get it. You know, like there's, I get it. But then I also get the part of people not fucking liking family, man. But I don't like when somebody passes and then there's feud. That I don't like. That's horrible. All those families should go to fucking burn in hell. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible. You know, that's terrible. People don't like each other. If you don't like your cousin since you were 5, I fucking get it. He tried to stick your head in the dog shit. I get it, man. And he's a creepy fuck. You ended up being a pervert, so you're right. You don't like your fucking cousin. But for, you know, I just never dreamt of being in this position in a lifetime. I thought that when my mother died, my uncle would step up, and I can't lie, he tried. Not overwhelmingly tried. He put out his hand and he goes, if you want to come to California, we'll work it out. It wasn't like he kept calling me going, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you, I want you. No. When I said no, I'm sure it was a big bag of relief. Nobody wanted a fucking 16-year-old kid that lost their mother at their home at that age. You
It's
know?
a tough one.
But I thought family would have reacted differently. And the best thing I learned was that your family doesn't have to be blood.
No.
Not even by a fucking long shot. That's a farce.
No.
And I'm living fucking proof of that. I'm living proof of that. The people who adopted me all those years, their nephews and nieces have become my nephews and nieces. I talk to Mike every week. I talk to fucking this guy every week and Bobby every week. I talk to whoever I could, when the time permits. Like, I never forgot those people. Those people became my people, and they really are. They're my nieces. That's just the way fucking life is. They're my nephews. It's just the way life is, and it just bothered me that my sister said that I can't even imagine. And again, before the fucking phone hung up, because a little operator comes on, I explained to her that I wish we could have taken footage of my mother at night. Like, my mom got up like I did, Lee. Lee knows how I get up, dog. When I get up, I call Lee, and we start going. And we're rocking and rolling, and we're laughing, and we're saying fucked up shit. But Lee, after you hang up, are you not in the shower giggling, going, what the fuck has my life become? I got this savage butt. And my mom went like that all day long on that McGregor pace, all day long drinking, those fucking drinks, hanging out with this crazy person and shit. But man, the last hour of her day was brutal.
Why?
Because her day would catch up with her. That's when what's in the closet creeps up with you. And I would see her emptying out her bra. Like she would empty out her bra. She'd take out the cash. She'd take out the receipts for the day, and this and that, a knife. And then she'd take out a little Coke and whatever the fuck she had in her bra. And then I would see the transformation of no matter how many drugs she did, no matter how many shots she did, no matter how much money she wanted to track that day, no matter if the Mets won and she was going to the World Series and she already had tickets, no matter how good her life was, the last 20 minutes of her day were horrible because she thought about my sister in Cuba. And no matter what was going on, it overwhelmed her. I would see it. I would see it sometimes that she would have to go to another room and it would draw her to tears. That's how much I would see it. That no matter what was going on in her life, so I stressed that to my sister. I said, listen, man, you didn't see it. When she was dead on the floor, I could see what killed her. And 30% of what killed her was your relationship with her. She talked to her all the time, and she sent the money every week. They talked all the time on the phone. I mean, listen, man, in those days, my mother's phone bill was $300 a month.
Oh my God.
Back in the 75.
Back in that,
Yeah, her phone bill was always.
She just didn't give a fuck.
No. Number one, she called New York 80 times a day. Her phone started at 8 with New York. What's going on? Where's the action going today? What numbers? And then there was, remember, the Brooklyn number comes out at 3. But there's the New York number, and that comes out every half hour on the hour. So you call to get that number. How do we do? Call back in 5 minutes, he's on the phone. All those things.
There's a lot of people listening to this podcast who never had a landline or know that it used to cost money to call faraway places.
That there was no unlimited.
No unlimited.
Calling.
If you called a different area code, you got banged, dog.
Yeah.
There used to be this thing, sports phone. We've discussed it before. If you're a gambler, way before CNN Sports, way before anything, either you had a radio that could listen. Let's say tonight you lived in L.A. and you bet Milwaukee against the Lakers. Your sister fucks the center from the Lakers, and she told you that his asshole hurts. They partied, they did blow last night. They're not going to be up
They're
to
going
par.
down.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Sports phone
radio,
or something?
Sports phone. So let's say tonight you call your bookie. It's an 8 o'clock. How do you find the score now, Lee?
You go to ESPN.com.
Yeah, but if there's
But
no
back then, how do you find the score?
Back then,
in
yeah.
1985, what would you do? No ESPN, no fucking thing here. No way on no CNN that gave you. There was one channel that gave you ESPN.
I was gonna say, and is this a televised game? You can't. Can you call someone?
No.
So these are just
No,
these are one of
these
the
are
other
like games that you couldn't fucking
that you couldn't
tell.
watch. Okay.
There's no other basketball game that you could tap into to even
Right.
get that score. But there was a call. It was a phone. 1-800-TALK SPORTS. So you would call them, and they would go, "This is Lee Syatt, up to the hour, on the money, every 15 minutes, giving you the new report in the NBA." No. First they would go, "All right. By the way, for free picks, go to 888-651-8181 and get your free picks. Stop being a loser."
Meanwhile, you're being charged
by the fucking minute.
And then they're gonna go down a list, and you can't pick which game. You have to sit there and listen to the whole list.
So God forbid you bet a Tuesday and it's college basketball. Oh my God! And you being the loser who you are at that time, because if you're calling sports phone, you're the kiss of death anyway. Buildings are falling next to you, people are dying. You just wait for somebody to give you the fucking memo. And you would call sports phone. Let's say you bet the Lakers Milwaukee, and it would open up. "Good evening. This is Chip Chinnery for Call Sports. And by the way, 800-444-4444. Get free picks right now. This is Chip Chinnery back here, talking to you from the world of sports." Okay, number one, let's go down the list of college basketball. Once he said that, your tempo was furious. And he would do it fucking lightning quick. Florida, Michigan State, 101.
So now he
So you're sitting there going, Jesus Christ, you're at a bar. There's music on.
Yeah, God
you
forbid
got the
you miss
fucking
it.
Thing, and you're like, and now to the NHL.
Yeah.
And now to late breaking news.
And baseball.
China's ping pong team will not make the Olympics. And you're like, I don't give a fuck about China's fucking ping pong team. Give me the score of the Lakers against the fucking Milwaukee Bucks. And they're spitting out everything. And then finally the NBA. And all of a sudden they're like, and your game is last.
And then, God forbid, you miss it.
Yeah, like God forbid. What did he say? 66, 60. God damn it. God
You're
damn
do
it.
that whole cycle again.
Lila, give me some more fucking quarters, will you? That was the bartender's name at General Manager when we were kids. We would be calling that fucking number all night at the bar for 50 cents, so you don't really realize it. It's when you go home and you would call it all night long. Let's say you were in Jersey and you bet the Lakers. Lakers don't start in New York till 10:30.
At night?
Yeah, the Lakers start here at 7:30. That's 10:30 in New York.
And you didn't want to wait till the end of the game? You had to call every
Oh, no. You will fucking call all night. When you get home, when we would get home in those days, that's the first thing Mike would say to me. "What's the score in the Laker game? They're the only motherfuckers that could save me." "I don't know. What are we going to do? I don't know. Put the TV on. What's going on?" Call sports phone. And you would call sports phone every 15 minutes. Because what you want to do is get it in the rotation. And sometimes you would call and they would be busy. Oh, your blood pressure would boil and shit.
What would your parents say when they see the $400 sports phone?
Well, my parents were dead, but I had like Whitey O'Donnell, Chucky McBreen. I had like 3 or 4 friends in the 8th grade who went to the gambling bug with me. And what we would do in the 8th grade is just call each other up and bet we would split a 5-timer. What's a 5-timer? It's $12.50 if you win, $15 if you lose. We were kids. But let me tell you something, $12.50 on an album is $6 and a movie's $2. That's a lot of money, dog. Yeah. I still got $3 to take Mama over and get her an ice cream, maybe finger bang her behind the church. What are you, nuts? Or what?
Oh my God.
Gambling in fucking high school. The one thing my high school did for some reason, we were playing dice. It was like the whitest high school in America.
I feel like I played dice at some point.
It's really, it's weird. I don't know.
Look at the shape of you.
Yeah.
And you're talking about dice is weird. Dice is fun. For you, it looks like 2 ice cubes. That's why it's weird, because you can't eat it, cocksucker. Telling people the acid smells. It smells like garlic. And then you put this kiss of death on me. Every 15 minutes, give me a report about fucking like it's the fucking sports thing. So you got 2 tournaments this weekend.
Yes.
But But Mat Therapy is doing their own fucking thing. So you're really
Yes.
working this podcast into a tournament. It's like an
An
ABI
event,
junior and shit.
Yeah.
I like it. You got Victor working it?
Not yet. Maybe someday. No, we've got a tournament on September 18th in Pasadena. It's the LA No-Gi Open. And we're also doing like these open mat beach party things. And so the next one, we did one the day after the last EBI, and we're going to do it again the day before EBI, because the EBI 8 is on a Sunday, September 11th. So we're going to do September 10th at the beach in Santa Monica. And if you leave early, there's not that much traffic. It's not that bad a drive.
Wait, to Santa Monica?
To Santa
No.
Monica.
Listen, I got shows that night anyway.
I know.
I got shows that night. Thank God.
Thank God.
Fuck you.
Thank God, so you don't feel obligated to drive to Santa Monica.
That's for young people that like sitting in traffic on a Saturday and walking for parking and then walking around with a cooler and sweat.
Oh, I'm doing it for this. I wouldn't do that on a regular basis.
What's that?
Drive to Santa Monica?
Oh,
That's like the other side of the world.
it really, that's what it seems like after a while.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Listen, I could tell my acupuncturist, she just never called me again. 10 years. Once she closed her office, because she knew it wasn't going to work.
Wasn't she right here down the street?
She was, but she lives in Marina Del Rey, and her office is in Marina Del Rey.
Oh, yeah.
So she would only come up here once a week.
Well,
At first, yeah.
Now that's too much.
Think about it from her perspective. She was coming up and she only had 3 clients. It wasn't really worth her while, you know. So when she moved, you know, she goes, "You're still my client. Call me." And then I told her I'd call her for the nose surgery, and I forgot. But she never even called me. I know this woman. She always called. You know what I'm saying? Always. To check on the cats, the baby, how are you? What's going on? I mean, this is rare for her not to call. But I just took it as maybe it was just a breakup. It was time to fucking break up. You know, maybe it was time to do something else with your life, you know. I'm not driving to Marina Del Rey to get acupuncture.
You still haven't talked to her?
No. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Yeah, so I don't know what happened.
Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah, listen, man, she always called the fucking house. I don't know what to do. I don't want to call and seem like I'm fucking threatening her, or what's that word when you stalk somebody? I don't want to seem like a stalker. I mean, her and I used to talk all the fucking time. If something happened to her, somebody would have read it in the paper, the cops would have fucking called me. My name is in her fucking phone, right? They would have called and said, where were you on July 8th? You know, it's like a Law and Order fucking episode. I don't know.
Joey, Becky is like, she's really into social media and everything. And there's a word that I wanted to get your opinion on. Like, what do you think about it?
A word?
Yes. Adulting.
You're asking him how he feels about the word adulting?
Yes. I'm asking him how he feels about the word adulting.
I have a feeling
I don't even know what it means. That's number one.
I feel like he's about to tell you to go fuck yourself.
No, I don't even know what it means, number one. Number two, it's got nothing to do with me, I guess.
It's being a grown-up, yes?
Yeah, it's like what people who, like the millennials who you hate that term, are saying whenever they do something like making dinner.
Do their laundry. They're adulting.
Yeah.
Oh, they need a pat on. It's their way of patting themselves on the back. I adulted today. I did my laundry.
Listen, these poor people. These poor fucking people.
I had to get a job. I'm adulting.
I don't know nothing about those words, Lee.
Yeah.
They don't mean nothing to me. You know. Listen, Lee, you get up, you wash your pussy, you smoke a joint, you eat your cereal, and you go out there and you do the best you could do every fucking day. I don't know if it's adulting or not. I know when I was 8 and I would come home in the summers, my stepdad would fucking wake me up at 4 a.m. and I'd have to go to this market to get roses and flowers, gladiolos. Cubans like gladiolos, and people in New York like gladiolos in those days. They're this long 3-foot fucking thing, and they have different colors. And we would get other flowers also. I didn't know what those daisies and shit like that. I didn't know what their fucking name. But I used to have to take the fucking flowers, pick up these cases, take them into La Casa La Flor on 57th and Hudson Street, and then I would take the fucking roses and take a destemmer, And with gloves on, I would destem the fucking roses when I was 8, 9, and those summers. I would destem the fucking roses, and I would get little picks on my fingers. And I would do that till about 10. And then about 10, I had like a half-hour break. And then at 11 o'clock, maybe around there, I would eat Cuban food like at 10. And then at 11, I'd have to fucking cross the street, and they had a butcher shop, which is really a numbers office, but it was a butcher shop. So I had to go over there and stock the shelves and throw all the fucking empty meat things away. Now, when I was 8, guess what I did with the $10 they paid me? I'd go buy fucking balloons or firecrackers, or I'd stick a fucking condom up my asshole. At that point in my life, I didn't think I was adulting. I think I was buying shit. I was getting money so I could buy shit so I could waste it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck adulting is. I have no idea. I didn't feel like an adult, and I was making $10-20 a day. They were paying me. They were paying me at that age.
That's a lot for an 8-year-old.
Fuck yeah, I could make $150 over there in West New York a week over there with them chopping up meat and fucking. I would never chop up the meat because I would faint if I cut my finger. So they kept me away from knives in those days, and I was just allowed to throw away boxes and shit like that. You know, these fucking people are gonna give shitting a new name pretty soon if we let them. You know, what's you know what it's called? Living your life. Did you ever just live your life without a fucking code? Or without a fucking name, or without a fucking motion, or without a hashtag? Is there a thing called, you know, I sit there some nights, Becky, and I go, wow, I can't believe I laid this story on people. You know, like I laid this story on people, like on a podcast or whatever. The other day, somebody was telling me about the What's Happening. I did this Irish, and like, we can't believe you told that story. I listen. You know what? I can't believe I got the story, but in a way I'm proud because I have the story to tell.
Yeah.
These people are going to be living in a fucking hashtag in 3 fucking years. That's it. That's their fucking life. Bro, I see the amount of people that just text all fucking day.
Yeah.
Did I give shout outs? No.
Not
That's
yet.
how high I fucking am. That chocolate mushroom wasn't bad, honey.
Yeah, but it's pretty fun.
Let's polish this motherfucker off. Pat Shea, Corey Layton, Jody Parrish, Chris Castro, David Repreza, Jason Seagars, Brandy Lynn, John Cutler and Amy, and Dante motherfucking Gazzini sending me a Cuban CD the other day to the Comedy Store.
Give a shout out to Jeff Couch.
Give a shout out to Jeff motherfucking Couch. How's that one for you? Stop with the fucking shout outs. Knock it off, man. What's going on
I'm
with
not
you,
going to keep
Lee?
adding. How are the kettlebells? Are they going to go flying tomorrow morning?
They'll go fly. Yeah, I'm going.
I know. Are they going to slip out your hand?
You want some more stars, Lee?
No, I think I'm good for the
You
night.
need 2 more, maybe 3 more to get the party started right.
Come on. Go eat after
Why not
this.
4?
It's Sunday. Why not? Fuck, Walker. We got these stars here. We'll pick up a shipment this week again. It's a
Just
good
polish
week.
off the bag between the two of you.
What the fuck? Look at that. There's nothing in this. About
Okay.
15 of them.
That's
We could
nothing.
eat 15 stars, you and me, like most people fucking.
Look at the look on his face. He looks terrified.
What happened?
We already have eaten 15 stars today.
Well, let's eat some more.
Okay.
It's a good fucking week. It's a holiday. I didn't even know. When I come back,
It is?
What holiday is it?
it's a Cuban holiday.
Oh.
We're going to celebrate.
You're gonna be like this. This is the week that I get to go to San Diego for the Jews to jump up and down.
I'm sorry, what?
What day are you doing that, Lee?
For the Jews to jump up and down?
We're going down Thursday night, Friday, and then we'll come back Saturday.
Really? Is that so? Are you taking any drugs with you or anything, Lee?
Never.
Or are you going to go down there like a fucking half a fucking Harvey like you did last time with the wife?
No, of course we'll take some stars.
Duh.
But this was.
Did you ever show my little Cuban princess over here how you dance at those things?
Yeah. I think you made me do it before too.
I do
you
enjoy
never-
your dancing.
Yeah. See.
You've never done the dance. After the podcast, we're gonna put that fucking music on, and you're gonna do a little dance for her.
Oh, are
sure.
you gonna do like some wedding, like Jewish wedding stuff?
No. This is
No?
a
Okay.
band, a techno band, and Lee
Oh.
goes and jumps up and down. You never knew that about Lee. Wait till you see this
I'm a
one.
man of many mysteries.
Yeah, you
Thank
are.
God I give him fucking stars.
Yeah, you are.
I can't believe he used to go to those things straight. Not even alcoholed up. He would sit in the back. Look at him. I would just sit there and mingle. Who the fuck you gonna mingle? Who the fuck would want to mingle with you? You
He
walk
also
up
used to not speak to anybody, so I remember.
Yeah,
I
she
remember
was a
those
little
days.
shy.
He goes to those concerts with shirts like that, like he's Suge Knight's assistant. And then he's got a fucking water bottle. Who wants to talk to him? He don't show up with a fucking cocktail with a straw in it or an umbrella, something.
And we know he wasn't
I
going to
mean,
be
he's
the
a
one
handsome
talking.
motherfucker.
I'm a dork through and through.
No, you're not a dork.
Yes, I am.
I could just imagine. You got to go show up at those concerts with a big blunt like Snoop Dogg. And they'll all look at you like, what the fuck's he thinking? That's right, motherfuckers. This is what I'm thinking, motherfucker. Give me the paperwork, will you? So when is the tournament? This week you're doing... now you're still a blue belt or a purple belt now?
Blue belt.
Look at you, you bad motherfucker.
It'll be a year next week because I got my blue belt.
And how many stripes did he give you already?
He doesn't do stripes.
He don't do stripes.
No,
He just holds
it's just a surprise when
one day he
when
just gives you a purple belt.
one day he's gonna come out with that purple belt and he's gonna say my name and that's
it.
gonna be it.
You like going to see Master Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it over there. Good,
I
good,
do.
good. That's the most important thing, that you like where the fuck you're going. So you're doing the 2 tournaments this week. So
Yeah.
Saturday you're doing which one?
Sub fighter in Santa Ana.
Sub Fighter in Santa Ana. And Sunday is
Gracie
the Gracie Worlds.
Worlds
That's a good
in
one.
Anaheim.
Rose Gracie will be down
Yeah.
there. Fuck yeah.
And Javi Vasquez.
And Javi Vasquez, everybody
Yep.
will be doing their thing. Now,
Eddie will be
what
there, I'm
weight
sure.
do you have to go at? I thought a bug landed on your arm. It was a little love beauty mark you have there. I never saw it before.
On
That's amazing. You've been sitting here for an hour. I never saw that beauty mark before. I never looked at your muscular shoulders and shit.
No. 1:30 on Saturday. I have
So
to be
you're
out.
going 1:30 on Saturday,
Yeah.
1:30.
And then on Sunday there's only 2 women's division. It's 135 below and then 136 and up. So
So you can eat that night.
I'm weighing in on Friday night, so I'm going directly to In and Out as soon as I'm done. I'm starving.
So then, but you want to stay on the 136? Oh, no, 130, you'll never make it.
What?
No, because the one Sunday is 130.
Well, that one's 135.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so, you go
so I
fucking
can
crazy.
I can go eat. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh,
Now,
thank
the
God.
one that you guys are doing, part of mat therapy,
Mm-hmm.
what's that weight level?
Those were doing MMA weight classes, so it's going to be the 115 for the women, 115, 125, 130, 35.
And it's just a women's tournament, correct?
No, there's men.
Okay, there's
And
men.
it's the same thing. I think that one starts at 125.
Is that on the beach too?
No, that's in
I
Pasadena.
hope not. No fucking sand on my toes. I got to maneuver with sand on my toes. Now I
No.
got to go for the football with fucking sand on his toes. Never mind that fucking little strip of meat that's hanging from his calf. God knows what the fuck that is. And where's that
No,
one
that's
gonna
going to be at a CrossFit gym in Pasadena that has plenty of mat space.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So.
And what's up in your world? Are you just going to sit there and nod back and forth like a swami from Salami? You're going to talk, you got a hand, you got a fight in this fuck, a dog in this fight. What's up with you?
No, I'm doing good. Like I said in the last episode, launched a new website, which is going great. And that's it. That's what's going on. That's all I'm doing right now, man.
And podcasts.
I'm trying to work out podcasts. I'm doing the Mat Therapy podcast with Becky and Donna Gonzalez.
Woot woot.
Woot woot. In the house.
It's your favorite one, right? I mean, aside from this one.
Absolutely. And then that's it. That's what I'm doing.
Well, I'm happy that's all you're doing, Lee, because I thought my
And
fucking...
kettlebells, of course.
I thought my fucking life, I was ready to shoot a gun until fucking... my wife doesn't understand.
I'm glad I can inspire you.
You do inspire me. When you're out doing shit, you're a young man. You should be out mingling and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Go mingle. Get your mingle.
I'm not much of a mingler.
No.
Yeah, I was... Anyway,
He's like the opposite of you.
let me talk to you people about something. This Friday, I'm moving, and I got a mattress. And I showed my wife this Helix Sleep, and she looked at it, and she came back, and she goes, you got to get this mattress, because you're fucking different. You like sleeping on one side. You like it hard or soft, and my wife likes it medium, so she looked at the fucking mattress. We got the code from Helix Sleep. We cut a deal with them, and we're trying the mattress out exactly like that. You know why? Because you're unique. You don't walk like everyone. You don't talk like everyone. You don't sleep like everyone. So why is your mattress one size fits all? You ever think about that? Because a custom mattress will cost you $5,000 to $10,000. That's why. Until now, we're going to introduce Helix Sleep to you, where you could buy a mattress online customized for hundreds of dollars instead of thousands. Okay. First off, you go to helixsleep.com. You answer a few simple questions based on 4 key preferences, and the result will be a custom sleep profile used to build you the most comfortable mattress you'll ever sleep on, okay? Your mattress will arrive at your door in about a week, and shipping, you ready for this one, is 100% free, because that's what usually kills you. After And for couples, Helix customizes each side of the mattress. That's what I'm talking about. Helix customers report a 30% improvement in sleep quality. You have 100 nights to try it out, and if you don't love it, they'll pick it up for free and give you a 100% refund, no questions asked, okay? The other reason why everyone from GQ magazine to Forbes are talking about this Helix mattress from Helix Sleep. So do me a favor, cut the shit, go to helixsleep.com/Joey. I'm going to give you $50 off your order. Again, that's helixsleep.com/Joey. Joey. I'm going to give you $50 off your order. Again, helixsleep.com/Joey. It's time that you started sleeping correctly, okay? I'm trying to get you sleep. People don't know the importance of sleep. You got a shitty mattress, you wake up, your back's fucked up, your neck's fucked up, you can't sleep right. How you going to perform the next day at work? How's your girl going to like you? You're going to be walking around angry? Fuck that shit. Go to helixsleep.com/Joey right now and open up your world. We're going to give you $50 off your first mattress. Who's better than us, huh? It's a fucking Sunday night. We're coming on to you, so when you wake up tomorrow, right now you're waking up, you're going, Jesus Christ. Thank fucking God Joey and Lee and Becky fucking welcomed us. And I got better news. It's Monday. Labor Day's 2-3 weeks away, whatever the fuck it is. I'm not big on holidays. I don't give a fuck. Every day we work here. 7 days a week. Who gives a shit? I don't know the last time I woke up and said, oh, we have Monday off. I don't give a fuck. I work every day. Fuck it. That's the only way you get ahead. You want to fucking live like the rest of the people and take the day off, do that shit. Savages, we work every day. Immigrants, we work every fucking day. We don't give a fuck. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday. We don't give a fuck.
If it ends in day, we're working.
What is it?
If it ends in day, we're working.
Yeah, we're working. I don't give a fuck. So everybody's going to be partying, all right? Everybody wants to have a good time. Everybody wants to rock and roll. You know, most of the parties you go to, I mean, some people are savages. Some of the people I hang out with, they got no class. You could walk in there with a 12-pack. They don't give a fuck. But if you want to mingle with the upper class people, you want to talk to nice people, sometimes you got to show up with a bottle of wine. Yeah, it's nice you show up one of those fucking boxes of wine, and then people drink that shit and they get a headache. They wake up with a headache, and now they're cursing your fucking name. So you try to be Joey Bananas, and you know, I mean, you're fucking stuck. You don't know what to bring people. You ever been in the wine aisle at your local store, and you're staring at a massive selection of wine, and you got no idea what bottle to choose from? I mean, everybody's done that. Most of us go with a bottle that has the best looking label and hope it's going to be good. Well, those days of playing Russian roulette with your wine selection are over. Club W is a revolutionary new wine club that takes the guesswork out of choosing your wine. They have a simple 6-question palate quiz that you'll match you with delicious, high-quality wine you're guaranteed to love. So it's 6 questions. That's it. And next thing you know, they're giving you selections and ideas and menus. They open up a whole world for you. And the best part of it is that Club W will actually ship your wine straight to your door. No more going to the store and being lost in the wine aisle like a fucking one of those people from The Walking Dead, like those assholes. Again, that ends right there, all right? So what I want you to do is this. Instead of doing this shit, because remember, time is money. You know, you could get hit by a car tomorrow, and there you are in a wine aisle. What do I get? Fucking yelping like Lee. You don't need that aggravation. Go to Club W right now. We're offering you $20 off your first order when you go to clubw.com/Joey. Right now, and it gets even better. I know you hate paying for shipping. Bam! Club W will actually pay for your shipping on orders of 4 bottles or more. Listen, we cut out the middleman. It's from the fucking grower direct to your door. That's how Club W works, all right? So take something off your to-do list. Get 4 bottles. Let's say you take 2 to the barbecue, you save 1 for Halloween, and you save 1 for Thanksgiving. Who's fucking better than you? So do me a favor. Go to clubw.com/Joey. I'm going to give you $20 off your first order right now. Again, that's clubw.com/Joey. Go get the wine you deserve. 4 bottles, bang, there you go. You got your fucking holidays covered. Nobody needs to bother you no more. And you know what? You end up looking like a fucking savage because nobody else is getting this fantastic wine at this price. But they don't know that. They think you paid more. Go to clubw.com/Joey right now. I'd like to thank my little beautiful fucking Cuban cousin here, Becky Gonzalez, whatever her fucking name is. and my main man, Lee Syatt, that does not know what fucking planet he's on tonight. You're going to rehab tomorrow. It's over.
We gotta get you to pick a different last name for me.
What? Every day. Who gives a fuck? I don't want them to know your real name. Next thing you know, they're bothering you on Facebook, trying to fucking feel you up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for protecting me.
Well, you gotta look out for our own. Yeah. How you doing, my little brother?
I'm doing fine, man.
Yeah, you know why this happens to you? Because you're out of training on the weekends.
I'm in training. I did 1,000 last night.
Fucking around.
I'm in
That's
training.
Fucking around.
There's
You're
some
dicking
colors
around.
going
You're not
around
looking
from the
that bad
mushrooms.
today.
I'm doing fine.
There's what?
He's not looking that bad
There's
today.
some colors going around, but I'm doing
Look
cool.
at him. He's falling asleep. You weren't looking at him. I'm watching him like a hawk. He's falling asleep.
I feel like I've seen worse.
You gotta get it together, cocksucker. I love you guys. Have a great week. Thank you for starting out the week with the church. Listen, September 15th, Austin, Texas. September 24th and 25th, New York City, Gotham Comedy Club, you bad motherfuckers. See you Wednesday. Stay black. Don't tell nobody I don't fucking love you, because I love you, cocksuckers. Where's the music, Lee?
Oh, dear. Dropping the ball.